We've created the absolute best product in the industry if what you're looking for is to be covered in the case of a self-defense shooting. Hey everybody, this is attorney Andy Marcantel and attorney Marc J. Victor. You know who we are. We're the attorneys for freedom, your favorite gun defense lawyers, and today we've been asked to summarize our exciting AOR program details.
I'm really pumped up to talk about the new national AOR self-protection program. It's by far, in my opinion, the best program, hands down.
And it's only because so many people have supported it and were interested in it and gave us great suggestions for it.
Yeah, it's really simple. 3 criteria for coverage. Number 1, you're charged with a felony. Number 2, the thing that happened that got you charged with a felony happened after you signed up in the Attorneys on Retainer program. And number 3, you say, you know what, I acted in self-defense. It's reasonable for us to bring a self-defense argument.
Now, we're a law firm, okay? A law firm with real lawyers in it. So we don't have to play these exclusion games like all of these other competing services do. If you've read these contracts or if maybe you've watched our videos critiquing these other programs, you'll see there's tons of exclusions, endless exclusions, stuff like criminal acts, negligent discharges, presence of alcohol or drugs, illegal weapon was used in the shooting, the firearms were prohibited in the place where the person was, the state is alleging domestic violence, the person didn't have a CCW permit, or maybe the person is a prohibited possessor. These are all exclusions that are typically used by these companies, and we say, no problem, you're still covered even if any of these factors are present.
Yeah, and you know, the criminal acts is a really big one. It's worth a short pause on that one because there are many areas for the insurance company here to say, we're not covering you. Number 1, they may just say, you know what, we don't think it's a valid self-defense shoot. Number 2, they all say, because they're insurance companies, right? All insurance companies are prohibited from covering people who engage in criminal acts. So they all say we don't cover you for criminal acts. The way they get around that is saying, well, it's not a criminal act, it's a legitimate self-defense shoot. Yeah, until you take a plea. Now, look, it's always the client's decision to take a plea or not, but the facts of reality are over 95% of cases end in a plea. If you plead and you got one of these insurance companies on board, that's when your coverage ends.
That's right.
And that not only does the coverage end for the criminal case, I don't know who's going to do your sentencing, but it also, if you thought you had coverage in a civil, if you get sued civilly, coverage is over there too. And some of these companies will then have the right to demand that you have to repay monies that were expended on your behalf. Imagine having to not only decide whether you should take a plea or not in your criminal case, but to now have the weight of, you know, I may lose my lawyer, lose my benefits, or even have to pay back some benefits. Again, not all companies, but some companies certainly have this. You should check your policy to see what the exclusions are.
So here's what's included in our policy. Obviously, all of your legal fees through trial are included. 24/7, 365 emergency hotline to all of the criminal defense attorneys in our law firm. We answer calls around the clock if there's ever a self-defense shooting. I know this is a huge concern for a lot of people. They want to have a lawyer ready to go.
Yeah, a lot of companies don't have that. They'll cover you, but there's nobody to call in an emergency.
It's a national plan, so we'll pay for all travel expenses and pro hoc vice fees, all expert and investigation expenses, other criminal defense-related expenses, and there's a ton of different things that we cover. We even provide civil lawsuit defense with our civil department at Attorneys for Freedom. We will put up money for your bail bonds. We'll pay money towards scene cleanup. We'll pay money towards mental health services if any are necessary as a result of the incident. And if your firearm was lost or stolen or taken during the incident, maybe it was seized by the government, we'll put up money to replace your firearm as well. Also, if your trial goes to conclusion and there's a need for a retrial, we'll cover all of that too. If you get sued for any reason at all, we can also represent you for 35% off. And we have an annual conference every year where you can learn from and meet your attorneys, ask us questions, and get to know us.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that benefit. Nobody else has anything like that, at least that I'm aware of. I think it's very important that, you know, people who join these companies, everybody's thinking, okay, I'm going to be involved in a good shoot and therefore I'll have coverage. Maybe. What if it's a bad shoot? What if you screwed up? What if you made a mistake? Do you really want a company that says, look, we're not going to cover you because it actually is a criminal act? We don't have that problem. If you thought you were acting in self-defense, you did your best, but turns out you made a mistake and it actually is a crime, no problem. That's what we do. We are criminal defense lawyers.
Yeah, we are actually offering something different because of the fact that we're a law firm. If any of this sounds good to you, go check out attorneysonretainer.us, where you can learn all about this program. You can sign up. It's $100 to sign up, $35 a month, and once you pay your sign-up fee, you're on the program. You're officially a client of the firm, and all of these benefits are now available to you. You can also go check out attorneysforfreedom.com and click on the big AOR button at the top right to link to that website. But while you're there, learn about our law firm. Learn about the philosophy that all of the lawyers practice here at this law firm. Learn about high-profile self-defense, pro-Second Amendment cases that we have successfully defended. Learn about our attorneys. Learn about what we're all about. I'm sure if you are a competent, responsible gun owner, you're going to love everything that you see on that website. Mark, any last thoughts?
Yeah, Attorneys for Freedom is not just a slick name. It describes the philosophy of each lawyer at our firm. We're actually a pro-freedom law firm. We care about individual rights. We care about individual liberties. That's what we fight for. That's what you're supporting with our law firm.
Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Share it with a friend. Shoot a comment down below. We'll get a response back to you. This has been Attorney Andy Marcantel and Attorney Marc J. Victor with the Attorneys for Freedom. Peace.